Okay, let's assume you're watching this video because you love traveling or you want to travel. Okay, let's assume you're watching this video because you love traveling and you want to travel. Or let's say you have been watching a lot of YouTubers make videos about traveling and exploring the world. You are interested and you don't know where to start. Don't worry, on today's video, you are going to learn exactly where to start from and how to start. Mind you, this video is about 5 African countries you could actually start traveling to in case you are in need of traveling ideas or you really want to travel or explore or make content for traveling. Join me as I take you right into the best parts of African countries you could travel on a budget and the reason why you should be visiting these countries. Mind you, this is the Traveler. Do well to subscribe, like this video so it gets to more people, and also stick to the end of the video for the best part is yet to come. Now moving on, I'll be giving you 5 African countries you could travel to without stress and less hassle. And mind you, these travels are basically on a budget. So I'll be giving you 2 ideas on each country and also one significant reason why you should be visiting such country. So for instance, I'm giving you this without any basic order. Like number 1 doesn't mean it's the best, neither does number 5 mean it's the worst. So let's dive right into it. Now we'll be descending, and on the 5th spot we have Egypt. Egypt is an African country mostly because of tourists, and also people travel there a lot. They have recorded over 9 million tourists per year, and also people go there to see the town and a lot of things to do in Egypt. But the reason why you should be visiting Egypt is not only because of the touristic part, it's just because Egypt has a great value for people living in the country. Egypt is a Muslim country and basically located in Africa, and also it's kind of mixed. There are a lot of whites and blacks. So moving to Egypt, you won't feel disassociated from the rest of the people. That is why Egypt made it to our list today. Now, second reason why you should travel to Egypt is because Egypt is a very cheap country and they have stable electricity, and also the connection based on internet is very superb there. So traveling to Egypt is a very nice idea to do. And now let me give you 2 ways you could travel to Egypt, which of course you and I already know. It's either by land or by air, depending on where you're coming from. For instance, if you're coming from countries like neighboring African countries, then you could move into Egypt by land. Or if you're coming from maybe Europe, America, South Asia, or the rest of the planet, then plane, flight, or sea should be your option. But I may advise you just take the flight because it's quicker, safer, and also more reliable compared to sea, which will take you weeks before you could get to Egypt. Now, moving on to the 4th one on our list is also another country which is very more of white compared to black. This is a Morocco country. Did I say that right? Oh, this is Morocco. Now, moving to Morocco has become a very big deal now for people because of the border limitations and border requirements. It has started limiting other African countries to move into Morocco. Now, moving to Morocco is very easy because there is a way out. If you're an African person and you have an African passport, whether Western, South, East, or North African, you could easily move to Morocco because there is only one way to do that, which is moving to Morocco by tourist visa. You could move to Morocco for a tourist visa of 90 days and you could stay in the country as much as 6 months without a visa. You could also make your investigation right and your research properly before moving. Now, why are you moving to Morocco? I'll be giving you some reason why you should be moving to Morocco. Because some reason why you should be moving into Morocco is that Morocco is very affordable, and in as much as it is a white dominated country, it's also in Africa, making it more of black country. So even though it is white, it is also a black nation, and also Moroccan people are very welcoming, and they have this way of bringing people to their home, showing happiness and love, and that is why most people love to move to Morocco in recent years. Things to do in Morocco are not really much because it's a Muslim country and there's lots of rules and regulation you must abide to. But Morocco made it to our list on the 4th place, and that is why you should consider moving to Morocco. Now, the remaining 3 countries I'll be mentioning are black dominated African countries, and they are also very good in terms of reproduction and in terms of making it. What do I mean by making it? In terms of succeeding. So moving to countries like this are actually a good move. Now, the number third spot is South Africa. South Africa made it to our list of countries you could travel with less than 5 million. Now they've made it to our list of countries you should considering moving countries you should consider moving into in Africa 2025. Yes. South Africa is a black dominated country, though it's a mixed country with white and black. So moving to South Africa will make you feel left out. Instead, you feel so connected with the people. If you're white, they are white. If you're black, they are black. And the level of racism in South Africa is very low. So don't be scared of racist or racism. South Africa is a very beautiful country, almost mistaken to be European country because of how it looks. A lot of skyscrapers, a lot of good road, buildings, steady power supply, and it's also cold. So it's kind of have this American or European feel while living in Africa. The only thing is that it doesn't snow. But while you are in South Africa looking up the mountains, you could see snow all over the mountains, but it doesn't snow in South Africa. So why you should be moving to South Africa is that South Africa is a welcoming country, though they have a xenophobic attack in the previous years, but that was in the past, and that was because of a certain reason why it happened, but we're not talking about that today. So ways you can move to South Africa is by land. If you're a neighboring country like some South African countries there, you can move in by land. The border restrictions are not really high, so that is why a lot of other African countries are living right there in South Africa. And if you want to school, South Africa is a very good country for schooling, and that is why a lot of people are moving to South Africa in 2025. Now on the second on our list is Kenya. Kenya is a very beautiful country with lots of opportunity, mostly black dominated, and also it has a mix of white, but mostly they are just tourists and also few people who migrated to the country and has been living permanently. Yes, but Kenya is a black country. Reasons why you should move to Kenya is Kenya is a country that is slow. What do I mean by slow? They are not in a hurry to get to anywhere. They are contented with what they have, and they are consistent in improving gradually. They are never in a rush, never in a competition. And you notice Kenya is a beautiful country. Now, some of the ways you can move to Kenya is by land and by air. Moving to air from Kenya or to Kenya is cheap, very, very cheap, as they also have their official Kenya Airways, which makes it very, very easy for you to move into Kenya without any hassle. Kenya has a very good economy as of 2025, and also their GDP is gradually increasing, making it a very, very considerable place to move in 2025. And Kenyans speak their native language and they also understand English. Some people speak French too, so moving into Kenya is not really bad, it's not really tough. It's a good idea, and I would suggest it's very, very good for you to move into Kenya. Now, the number one on our list is Nigeria. Moving into Nigeria might be kind of a hassle because their visa requirements are high and the visa fee is also high. I think one of the highest in Africa. But believe me, once you get to Nigeria, Nigeria is a country, everything is on 2 terms forward. I don't know if I'm making sense, but Nigeria is a country that everyone is on a pace to get to somewhere. Nobody wants to sit and relax. Everyone wants to achieve something. Everyone wants to grow. And that is why Nigeria should be on your bucket list of country you should be moving to. Like the biggest city in Africa is located right here in Nigeria, which is Lagos. And also one of the busiest cities in Africa, in the world, is Lagos, Nigeria. With over 25 million people living in this city, tell me what else you could be looking for. Lagos, Nigeria, which has made Nigeria stand out in the recent years, is a country for greener pastures. Nigeria also is making its marks, but recently in 2025, based on the bad government and also other things included, Nigeria is gradually having a downfall of economy, and this is not really good for a country as big as this. Now, looking at Nigeria, some ways you could move into Nigeria is through border. Previously, Nigeria closed their border due to importation of bad goods, and that also restricted a lot of people moving into the country. But now the restrictions have been lifted, so you can move into Nigeria through borders. Those who are in Ghana, Kenya, Togo, Benin Republic, they could just walk into the border. Nigeria is a very free country, and also the restrictions are low. Nigeria is a country mixed with black and white, but mostly 98% are black. So the 2% are white who migrated maybe in the 90s, 80s, and they started living here, and also some are tourists. Nigeria basically don't have much tourists, and so it's just a country full of people who really want to work Now you could see a lot of Chinese people in Nigeria, Lebanon, Indians, and American, like United States. They basically live in Nigeria a lot these days. And also, Nigeria is a country with greener pastures. Like, it's also the country known for hustler nation in Africa. So I hope these five countries are countries you would really love to move to. And let's not forget, ways you can move to Nigeria is by air, by land, basically easy. Nigeria has a lot of seashore, so you can also move in by water, by sea, but it's not really advisable because the border restriction on sea are very high. So what else would you like me to discuss on this channel? Do well to subscribe and turn on the post notification to be the first to watch my video anytime I drop a new one. See you on the next one. For now, stay locked up.